Hello guys, welcome to Everything Metallurgy. Welcome to day 80 of 100 days 100 concepts. Today in this video, let's discuss about what is rotational symmetry. So I think you all heard this word rotational symmetry. So before discussing what is this symmetry, what exactly symmetry means. So symmetry explains about some invariancy. Okay, so usually it refers to something, some object or some unit cell in our case. Okay, so it will refers to some object that is invariant on performing some transformations. Okay, so you can write symmetry is telling you about the invariant. Okay, it is meaning that the object is invariant under doing some transformations. Okay, so these transformations, depending on what is the type of transformation, you have different kind of symmetries. So here we are talking about rotational symmetry. So what is the transformation here? The transformation is a rotation. That means if you have some body, if you have some object and you are rotating it, and if you are getting the same identical shape or the same body, you get it back, then we say that that particular body is undergoing rotational symmetry. It has a rotational symmetry. Okay, so here usually in our unit cells we have different kinds of symmetry operations which we call. So we say n-fold rotation, okay, or n-fold rotational symmetry. So what does this n-fold mean? So basically I said that on rotating it goes back, it comes gives us the original dimension or original shape of the body. Okay, but how many times you are rotating, how much angle you are actually rotating with, that is given by this n-fold, right? So usually we say that the angle you actually rotate, if it is 360 by n, okay, degrees, if you are actually rotating by 360 by n and you are getting some invariancy in the object, then you call this as an n-fold symmetry. Okay, so let's take a square. Okay, let's say this is a square. Now what happens to it when you rotate by 90 degrees, right? So let's give some points also if you actually want to see. So on rotation by 90 degrees, what happens to it? B will come here, D, C and A, correct? But the shape is same, right? If you see here, the shape that is containing just ABCD are, just to explain you that this is what is happening. So on rotating by 90 degrees, you are actually getting the same shape, but you remember, you also have to keep the position in mind. So that means you actually need to rotate it. So now A comes here, A, B, C, D, and if you perform one more time, now what is happening? You see that, oh, I think you need to do one more time, right? A, B, C, D, and then you get the original shape which you have, correct? Yeah, I think I just messed up with the labeling. So this is D, this is C. Okay, now it's okay. So if you carefully see, to get back to my original shape and original position, remember, shape it's okay is giving, but also the position is important. So you are actually rotating 90 degrees by how many times? 4 times, correct? On actually performing a 90-degree rotation 4 times, you're actually getting back to the initial position, right? That means a square actually has 360 by, actually, okay, if you want to see here, the angle is 90 degrees, right? So 90 equal to 360 by n. So this is equal to n is giving me 360 by 90, which is actually meaning a 4-fold rotational symmetry. So for a square, you actually have a 4-fold rotational symmetry. Okay. So similarly, we have 1-fold, 2-fold, 3-fold, 4-fold and 6-fold. Okay. So in crystal, symmetries, 5-fold is actually not, used. 5-fold is actually not seen in crystal symmetry, right? Usually you can see, okay, also fivefold, but in crystal symmetry, fivefold is not actually, going along with the translational symmetry, okay? If the crystal symmetry explains you about the combination of translational symmetry and rotational symmetry, if both are actually in line, then only we say that the crystal is stable. That means that crystal actually has some kind of symmetry associated with it, okay? So we have one-fold, two-fold, three-fold, four-fold and six-fold, okay? Accordingly, you can calculate the angle of rotations and also the shapes of the bodies also, okay? So this is about rotational symmetry. Now, I just want to give you the minimum number of symmetry operations that you see, okay, in different Bravais lattices. So the first important thing, cubic. So cubic actually is the highest symmetry, shape. So it has 4 threefold rotation axis. Okay, I can say 4 threefold axis around 1 1 1. Okay, so 1 1 1 is actually my body diagonal. Also remember here the atomic positions will also play a role, okay, in deciding which symmetry actually it is following, right? Because the atom positions are also part of my crystal symmetry, okay? So cubic usually have 4 threefold axis. Similarly, hexagonal has 1 six-fold rotation. Similarly, rhombohedral, okay, it actually has around my c-axis. So c-axis is the rotation axis, right? And rhombohedral actually has 1 threefold axis around 1 1 1. This is my body diagonal again. Next we have tetragonal has 1 fourfold axis. 1 fourfold axis, and it is around the z axis, okay, 0 0 1. And we have orthorhombic has 2 mutually perpendicular two-fold axis, okay, that means 180-degree rotations, okay. Similarly, the last one that you have here is monoclinic has 1 two-fold rotation. So on looking at the shapes and the lattice parameters, okay, which are A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma, you can actually explain these different axes and different kinds of symmetries. If you see, I only mentioned 6 here because we also have one more thing, which is triclinic. So triclinic actually has no symmetry at all, no rotational symmetry involved in triclinic, okay. So this is about the symmetry, okay, symmetry in different crystal systems. So I hope you got a good idea about rotational symmetry. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like this, please hit the like button and also share with all the GATE metallurgy aspirants and people who are interested to enroll under us for GATE 2022 can DM us or mail us. We are coming out with an announcement soon. So that's it from this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll meet you again in the next video.